Around the world today, a large majority of new mothers initiate breastfeeding, but these numbers drop off quickly. Globally, rates of exclusive breastfeeding are still too low. The World Health Organization estimates that around the world only about 40% of infants under 6 months are being exclusively breastfed. I remember thinking breastfeeding would just happen naturally and would be so easy. Around the world, new mothers report a variety of reasons for deciding against exclusive breastfeeding, and almost all of these can be overcome.
It was a battle for me to breastfeed because my mother didn't want me to breastfeed.
It's a scary thing going into motherhood and breastfeeding.
Many new mothers experience discomfort or pain in the early days of breastfeeding. I struggled with getting the baby to latch correctly, so the skin was very sore. I felt like I was wearing a pair of high heels and trying to run a marathon and then doing it all over again. This can be due to irritation of the skin around the nipple when the baby's latch is too shallow, or to engorgement of the breast tissue. Breastfeeding almost always becomes more comfortable with practice. Many mothers worry that their child may not be getting enough milk. Establishing a good supply can take time, and it's normal for mothers to wonder how much milk is actually being produced. There are a few signs that can help new mothers to recognize that their babies are getting enough milk. These include a regular feeding schedule, softer breasts after each feed, and regular wet or soiled nappies or diapers. After the first week, during which newborns can actually lose some weight, they should start gaining weight steadily on breast milk alone. In lower and middle-income countries, many HIV-positive mothers believe that breastfeeding their babies is not safe. In fact, in under-resourced settings, exclusive breastfeeding is the safest choice for HIV-positive mothers who are fully supported in adhering to an ARV treatment regimen.
Abantu abakufuna ukuncancisa. Omnye umuntu athi ndihayi ndiyagula HIV kanti umuntu nobu HIV uyancancisa for 6 months.
New mothers are often overwhelmed by the immense responsibility that caring for a new life brings with it.
There's a lot of anxiety around suddenly having this new life in your hands, and knowing that you're the life source still, you know. So for me there was a lot of anxiety actually around breastfeeding, which I really did not anticipate at all.
They may also be sleep deprived and may be receiving inaccurate advice from the people around them. For example, in some communities, the older generation will encourage early introduction of solid foods in the belief that this will help the baby to sleep longer.
Training my mother, it took the whole 9 months I was pregnant until I gave birth.
In these communities, there may be a lack of awareness around the dangers of introducing solid foods too early. I had no idea that breastfeeding was a skill that I had to learn, a new skill, and also a skill that my new baby had to learn. Many mothers face challenges in the early stages of breastfeeding. Like most new skills, breastfeeding takes time and practice to get used to. But protecting the health of mothers and their babies in this special way is almost always worth it.